Disney is in dire straits. The films of Disney and its subsidiaries fail at the box office, and there are negative reviews among the fans and the audiences of these films. Disney is $48 billion in debt. Disney Plus is losing viewership momentum. Because of the deteriorating quality of the movies and series of Disney and its subsidiaries, people are starting to despair of anything that Disney and its subsidiaries put out. People say that Disney is dead. People say that Disney should die. But here's the thing. I love all Disney and all Star Wars and all Marvel and all Pixar, and I think that if something is broken, it should be fixed. This video will focus more on the practical part of how to save Disney and not the artistic part. If this video is successful, we will make one as well. The parks, or should I say, Rubber Rain Daylight. Currently Disney makes most of their money from the parks, and because Disney is in debt, so maybe new parks will help Disney financially. To open more parks that this time will be based on the original trilogy and the Star Wars prequels, thus attracting more visitors than the sequels park at Disneyland. Star Wars. Fire Kathleen Kennedy. Now. I mean it. And replace her with Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau. Kathleen Kennedy never liked Star Wars. She herself said that she produces Star Wars only for the financial aspect. On the other hand, Filoni adores Star Wars and made Clone Wars, which is one of the best series of Star Wars, and George Lucas considers him his son. To remove the sequels from the canon and produce in their place a new trilogy based on the sequels of George Lucas, there are ready drafts that Lucas wrote that Disney already bought. Kathleen Kennedy sequels are hated by 80% of the Star Wars fandom.
Rey Skywalker.
But on the other hand, 95% of the Star Wars fandom adores George Lucas, and the plot of the first two trilogies is great. So this will reconnect with the fans. To also produce a trilogy based on the Knights of the Old Republic. Disney Animation. To go back to making films in classic animation, referring to the type of animation of Disney Renaissance like The Lion King, because viewers are tired of all modern Disney films being 3D and there is no uniqueness in the art style. To focus on the stories of folktales as a basis for the scripts of these films. Pixar. The reason people love Pixar is their unlikely heroes, Cal in Up and Old Man.
Afternoon.
Belle in Finding Nemo.
That's not a duck, it's a pelican!
A Cowardly Fish. Wall-E in Wall-E. A cute and non-threatening robot. These are all heroes that no one thought could be Pixar heroes, are all so good. Pixar also needs their films to be for children, but that adults will also enjoy them. And there will be layers in the film that adults will understand. Like naughty jokes, but like hidden.
Wow.
Live action adaptations, or should I call them garbage. Just stop making live action. No one wants that. And what about streaming? Disney Plus. They should lower the prices to attract consumers. Put 1.5 minutes of commercials at the beginning of each episode and movie on Disney Plus to get sponsors. Encourage people to password share. After all, sharing is caring. Oh, filter projects on Disney Plus more carefully. Disney Plus should not only be all the content of Disney Vault, like all the movies and series of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars, and National Geographic. It should give additional content that should only be viewed on Disney Plus. The content, the originals, should be interesting and attractive, but only watch it there. Marvel. We need to invest more in Marvel animated series that take place outside the Marvel Cinematic Universe. make seasons of cancelled Marvel animated series such as Spectacular Spider-Man, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, wow, that was a mouthful, Wolverine and the X-Men, and alongside this series, release a documentary series of how they made the movies of the Infinity Saga. Oh wait, there is one. But wouldn't you like it to go a bit more in depth? Star Wars. Star Wars and Disney Plus should make an original series of The Force Unleashed called Starkiller, which will be influenced by the games, but still have a connection to Filoni series such as Clone Wars Rebels and The Mandalorian Ahsoka. The Starkiller series will be aimed at the more mature audience of Star Wars, and the Jedi Academy series, which is based on the comic that is a parody of Star Wars and A Nerd's Diary, will be aimed at the young audience. New broadcast schedule, so that each series does not steal viewers by overlapping with another series, and thus each series creates its own audience. For an example, Disney Pixar Star original series and movies will air on Sundays. Star Wars original series and movies could be released on Thursdays, and maybe Marvel original series and movies will be released on Fridays. And I got a lot to say on Marvel, but I'ma keep it for part 2. Now don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you on the next feed.